YouTube, happy Saturday. Hopefully, you are well and surviving the coronavirus. Oh, what a Saturday! What a Saturday. Enjoying my 320 Eleganza. Love this little pipe. It's not really little. Busted out for the first time use ever, my United States Navy Zippo. I've had it for a while, just never used it. And smoking some Missouri Meerschaum Independence Day. As you can see, I'm outside. You know, getting fresh air and killing the coronavirus. That's what I'm doing, trying to do. Mrs. Buckeye and I are out here enjoying a drink. Have me a nice ginger and rye highball. I think she's having a glass of wine. So, busy day. Well, not really. Busy day for Mrs. Buckeye. I didn't do junk. The pollen, and I'm not going to move the camera, but we got pollen everywhere, and it's just starting. Everything's starting to get that green coat. You can see all the pine behind us. We have pine trees that surround us. I love them, but pay the price. But I was coughing, hacking, been kind of feeling ill. Not corona ill. The last couple days, everybody at work side-eyeing me. But it's not a freaking coronavirus. It's just a cough. It's just allergies. But dealing with that, I wasn't feeling the greatest. I got up this morning, Mrs. Buckeye, she excuse the language there, already done a trip to Walmart with the crazies and just for regular necessities, and then went to Lidl with the crazies. So she was very productive. Oh, and then she came out here and trimmed a bunch of trees and bushes, and while I did our taxes, and not good. Uncle Sam took advantage of us this year, so we have to give back more than I would hoped that I was hoping to get back, and now we're giving back. So that'll change a few things this year, but as Mrs. Buckeye and I both say, we got a roof over our head, food in our bellies, and TP for our bungholes. So we're set. There's a lot of people out there without TP, folks. I do have extra if you need a roll. $5. I wouldn't do that. I can't stand price gouging. If you can hear the pups, they're out back playing, having a good time. You might hear some intermittent barking. They're okay. And there's the snap of the finger. Let them play. They're fine. Only 2 people watch these videos anyway. I don't care if they bark. It's just, So, to my watchers, viewers out there, I know there's more than 2 of you, so appreciate you. But they're fine. Let them play. So, was accepted into the Jack Welch MBA program, the Management Institute program through Strayer. So pretty excited about that. Went and bought a new MacBook today before I found out how much I really owed Uncle Sam. So that hurt. But wished I would have done the taxes beforehand. But I was expecting a refund. But I complain about taxes. But if you don't make the money, you don't pay the taxes. It is what it is. So. Just the way life goes, folks. But this coronavirus thing, man, really interesting how this is playing out. Really interesting. Most things are shut down. Schools are shutting down. Now North Carolina is starting to shut down schools. They haven't pulled the trigger as hard as Illinois, Ohio, and some of those states. But I expect this week that they'll probably shut schools down for 2 or 3 weeks. A lot of non-essential businesses working from home, shutting down. Man, I wish I could work from home. I dang sure would do that. If somebody said I could have 2 weeks at home, I was joking at work. I said, you can inject me with the coronavirus if I could spend 2 weeks at home and just relax and work from home. That was kind of tongue-in-cheek, not literally, but it's a bad flu. I mean, it is what it is. So 1,629, I think we're up to now, cases according to the CDC. I've never, well, in my lifetime, never seen such hysteria over an event. And you know, there's been other plagues and flus and things like that that have wiped people out. And I was wondering today, you know, how go back to some of the plagues and things of that nature, and some of the stuff that we have cures for now. They didn't have the ways of communicating and shutting down that we do now. So it's good we're taking precautions. I know my other video the other day, I said we've all lost our minds. Personally, I still think we've all lost our minds, but you know, it is what it is. It's certainly not going to hurt everybody to shut down some schools and stuff for a few weeks. It's really, and to wash your hands and to wipe things down. Um, we were able to buy some disinfectant wipes today at Target. They had a limit of one, but that was okay. Got a 2-pack of disinfectant wipes, and we needed them for the house. It's not like we bought them for coronavirus. We just needed them. You couldn't get them, which has been crazy. But you know, I think of the elderly and the people that need this stuff, the people that need toilet paper. You know, um, what are they doing? You know, that's who I worry about. Those that can't fight it off. You know, we're out in the limited sunshine, so the coronavirus I don't think likes the sun, so it kind of will kill it. Um, but you know, it's really not, from what I understand and read and what we've learned so far, it's really not a hardcore. I mean, you can kill it with pretty basic hand washing and pretty basic hygiene. As with a lot of viruses, there are some that have mutated a lot more, that are a lot more challenging, I guess, to kill. But who knows? You know, in my line of work, we're a supply chain, so we're busy. We're keeping customers in stock, so you know we will continue to be busy. We have a very important job because we're, you know, we're the people that can get some of the food and water to some of the stores. You know, most of my customers aren't, you know, there's some big box stores, but most of mine are the little, most of my customers are the little C store, convenience stores, but they still, if you think about it, are very important in things like this, because people that don't have the means to travel or drive a long way may be able to walk up to a convenience store, you know, whether it's a half mile or so, and grab a loaf of bread or some water or whatever they need. So we definitely play an important role in that, keeping people going. So a lot of people freaked out. A lot of people are freaked out. Watched President Trump's conference yesterday. I thought he actually did one heck of a good job. Really liked that he had the leaders, the CEOs on from Walmart and from Target and from CVS and Walgreens. Had the CDC there, the infectious disease folks, everybody. I thought they did a good job, for the most part. Keeping politics out of it, whether you like the man or you don't like the man. I mean, I think they did a nice job with that press conference. I thought it was really well done. Really professional and really well done. Until they started nagging him about getting tested for the freaking coronavirus. Okay, leave the man alone. So, interesting times we live in, folks. Interesting times. You can hear the birds behind me, but it's really peaceful out here. That's why we like where we live. You know, we bought an older ranch house. It's smaller. It's just the two of us. We don't need the big fancy new stuff anymore. Dang near cut our last mortgage payment in half of what we were paying for that house in Georgia. Beautiful house, but we didn't need it. Really like it here a lot better. Candidly, truth be told, don't want to move. It's just so quiet and nice out here, and peaceful. So, really interested to get back in the MBA studies. Start April 6th. And like I said, I bought a new MacBook Air. I've never had a MacBook, but it's my first one. And so I've got to get Mrs. Buckeye a new MacBook. Her MacBook's from 1912. I think it's got 2 gerbils inside of it and a rubber band. And That thing sounds like a freaking, helicopter and a lawnmower trying to take off rolled into one. If a helicopter and a lawnmower had a baby, um, that's what her laptop sounds like. Like the dogs run. It's like, holy crap, incoming! Are we under attack? They don't know what the hell's going on, but I didn't know they made MacBooks in 1912, but apparently they did because she's got one. True story, folks. True story. So I got to get her a new one. If for nothing else, for the dog's sake, because I think they've been scarred with the amount of times they've thought we've been under attack. So I'm standing by my original video on coronavirus. I still think we're overreacting. I don't, I'm going to say tongue in cheek. I don't know that we're overreacting. I think we've lost our minds. It's really interesting, again, what's playing out, because now you're going to be judged in the court of public opinion if you don't shut down. So as one organization makes a call, the next organization has to do a little bit better, a little bit better. You don't want to be the butthole over here with common sense. Well, I don't want to even say common sense, but the business that says, you know what, we're not going to do nothing, because if something does happen, then you're done. Your business is cooked. So it's really interesting from a society standpoint and how this is playing out, because you have to keep up with the Joneses, so to speak, to save your business. Man, I've gotten like 752,927 emails from everybody and their brother about COVID. I got one from Buffalo Trace Distillery, all the people I subscribe to for my whiskeys and everything I like. Here's our statement. Here's our statement. Here's everybody's statement's pretty much the same, just twisted words and reworded a little bit. But I didn't need a statement from my whiskey company. What's really funny too, I don't know if it's funny, but I find it odd, is like Universal sent me something today saying we're going to close our parks on Monday. Why wait till Monday? What, here's the 50-50 of that. You've got people down there that paid a lot of money to travel in. They know that. So I guess you're trying to give those people one last weekend before the next group of people come in. And I guess, I don't know. It's a mess, man. Nobody's flying. I do like what the gas prices are doing. Maybe we should have more of these pandemics. Gas prices are nice right now. So don't want anybody to have to die. Don't take that the wrong way. That was just a tongue-in-cheek joke. Don't want any more pandemics, because it's crazy. I mean, we've canceled everything at work. Almost every business has. It's pretty much just work and go home. No extracurriculars for anybody right now at all. So that's interesting. I had a really interesting discussion yesterday that I thought I would share. I really got to thinking about this, and everybody's citing Italy and how bad it is in Italy, and I don't disagree. I don't have the stats for what's going on in Italy. I know they got hit pretty hard. But China, for all intents and purposes, is pretty much back to normal. The Chinese Basketball Association actually told all the foreign, which would be American and other players, if you don't come back to China and resume this season, you're banned for life. I thought that was really interesting. So, but of course, if you're a conspiracy theorist, you know that they already know it's not a big deal, because they're the one that created this in a lab and mixed SARS with coronavirus and created this COVID-19 strain, 19th version of this virus. So what I thought was interesting by the World Health Organization is they came out and said this virus had never been seen in a human before. I'm paraphrasing. As many brilliant minds that we have and people that study infectious diseases, if this virus would have existed in any form, fashion, shape whatsoever, even in animals, you would have thought, or you would think, we would know about it. The fact that we've never seen this before lends, in my opinion, a little bit of credence to the conspiracy theorists that this possibly was created in a lab to quell all the rioting and everything they had going on over there. Again, not trying to stir a debate. it is what it is. That's just a theory that's out there. But getting back to my original point, I thought it was really interesting this week as I'm thinking about this. When we do this shutdown kind of deal, we really don't know how the virus is going to interact country to country. And here's why I say that. You all know I've been in the Navy, have traveled. A lot of you have traveled overseas. What's rule number one when you go overseas? Don't drink the water. Why? Because our bodies aren't used to those microorganisms over there and you get sick. So how does this virus play in different, I'm going to call them ecosystems. Now, my buddy Curmudgeon Piper, he's a biologist. He could probably speak on this better than I could. But in my mind, where my mind goes, and Doug, I would love to hear your thoughts. I'd love to have a pipe and a scotch and talk to you about this. But where my mind goes is every country may react a little bit differently in terms of impact. So let's look at Italy. Okay, yeah, they've got more hospital beds per capita, but do they have the medicine that we do? Are they as advanced as we are? Do they have the sanitation systems we do? Are their foods injected with as many hormones and chemicals and preservatives as ours are? Look at people's sizes. When I was refereeing basketball here a few years ago, refereed an 8th grade girls basketball team. 4 of the 5 starters were all over 6 foot tall. There wasn't a girl that was 6 foot tall in 3 counties when I was in school. Not yet alone 4 on one team. So again, I'm getting kind of off in left field or getting kind of deep in this, but I thought it was interesting. China's back to almost normal. Italy's kind of jacked. What's it going to do here? How's it going to react with our microorganisms and our bacterias? And because everybody's a little different, you can't all level the playing field for one person, right? Because again, if we could, then we could go drink anybody's water and you wouldn't get sick. But no, everybody's body's used to different bacterias, different viruses over the years, things of that nature. So I was thinking about that yesterday, and I thought that was really cool to think about how where one country this corona may be absolutely devastating, and maybe the next country it's a blip on the map. I don't know. Again, this is more up my buddy Doug's alley, and would love to hear his thoughts. He's the biologist of the group. I'm just the dumbass of the group. So, but I don't know. Got kind of long-winded, folks. If you watched the whole video, great. Had a lot of great comments on my last video. Some people that thought, hey, yeah, I'm with you, Buckeye. I think we're overreacted. And some people that thought, hey, I don't think we're overreacting. This could really blow out of proportion. You know what I love, folks? What I absolutely loved is nobody got crazy about it. It was all civil conversation. Everybody expressed their viewpoints, whether they agreed or they disagreed. It was fantastic. That's how it should be. We're not always all going to agree on stuff, but nobody was out there attacking each other or calling each other idiots or morons, or they'd say, hey, my opinion's a little bit different. That's okay. I thought that was great. And that's why I say my pipe smoking brethren is a little different, because we're a little more refined, in my opinion. I need a monocle and a top hat when I say that. Jeeves, bring me my shoes. Bobo, nah, he's not going to bring them. He doesn't listen. But anyhow, folks, wishing you all the blessings in the world. Hopefully you've had a great day. Hopefully you are safe. You and yours are protected. Hopefully you have plenty of supplies, because the crazies have wiped out the stores for now. And hopefully you do have TP. If not, swing by. I'll loan you a roll or two. Not that we've hoarded. We've just got enough to last, Typically we have enough supplies to last a couple months on hand of anything, really, because this is hurricane country and you just never know. It's not like we're preppers, but you always have a couple months of stuff on hand. Anyway, You know, once you build up your supply, you just keep it going. The only thing I don't have a couple months supply on is pipe tobacco and whiskey. I probably have a couple years supply on both of those. But that's a different story for a different time. Take care, everybody. Have a happy Saturday. May jump to house party later, and hell, may do another video. It's nice to be outside. We'll catch you next time. Have a great day.